welcome back to another video on my channel. It's me, Mia, again, and today I'm going to teach you a few German words and phrases, and I'm going to write them down on my trusty writing tablet. This video was requested in the comments a few videos back, and I thought it would be fun to take this idea and give it a shot. So without further ado, I'm going to start and see how it's going. Actually, it's kinda hard for me to do because as a native German speaker or as an Austrian, it's not that easy for me to think like a German teacher. It's weird. It's very weird. I can't describe it. It's how would you say it? I don't translate German to English or English to German in my head. It's just a feeling in my guts, so I'm speaking English for so long. It's kind of there. I don't think about it. I just write or speak it. So yeah, it's kind of hard for me to think about German phrases to teach you, but let's get started. Actually, let's start with the most basic thing, and that is to say hello. It's not that different in German. It would usually be hallo. And in Austria, you could also use servus. I hope you can see it. Maybe I have to apply more force on the tablet so you can see it better. If you want to say goodbye, it would be auf Wiedersehen. And the funny thing is, in Austria you could also say servus to say goodbye. So you can use it for hello and goodbye. I made a little mistake, but I didn't want to erase everything on the tablet. Maybe the tablet wasn't the best idea, but I thought it would be fun. Alright. If you want to introduce yourself, you can say in English, my name is Mia, so let's use that. In German you would say mein Name ist Mir or ich heiße Mir. Let's use actually the first one. Alright, let me think. What are some things which might be of interest to you? There are two things which are quite common to use, and that's thank you and can I have something, please? So like in German, danke und bitte. Let's start with thank you. I hope you can see it a little bit. Alright, I said the word for bitte or the word for please is bitte. Another word from the top of my head is rainbow. Don't ask me why, but I do think rainbow is a bit of a soothing word. In German it's Regenbogen. So rainbow is Regenbogen, which you can actually translate literally. One word you can't translate literally is plane, as it is in German, Flugzeug. If you try to translate Flugzeug literally into English, it would be something like flying stuff or fly stuff. As great as the German language is, and as much as I like the ability of the German language to adapt and like things are slightly weird. Some words are slightly weird or unexplainable. But one great German word which hasn't a direct translation into English is Schadenfreude. Schadenfreude is one of these German words that are probably just a German thing. Like, it means you're happy about a bad thing that usually happened to another person. So like, that's the best explanation I can give you. So, if there is a person which you don't really like and something usually minor, bad, if there is a person which you don't like and some minor bad thing happens to them and you feel like a tiny bit of satisfaction or you are happy about it, that's what you would call Schadenfreude. Another fantastic German word which is used in English is kindergarten, which would be Kindergarten in German. Should I even write it down? I'm not sure. I mean, is it even? Yeah, there is one minor difference. So I'm going to write it out. As you can see, it's Garten in German, so a hard T instead of a soft D. But other than that, there is literally no difference. Alright, let me think. What are some German phrases I could teach you? It's hard for me, but let's do this. Where is the toilet? Would be, wo ist die Toilette? Don't judge my random phrases. Or actually, yeah, you can judge it, but I'm ashamed that there are no better phrases in my head. Austria today, and I had a long day of work, so excuse my tiredness. I'm going to take drastic measures, and I'm going to look at my phone because there are some phrases, some words I wrote down. I usually don't have a script or anything for my videos, but this time I actually do need it. Alright. Hopefully next time this will be better. But as we had rainbow, there are a few words which I almost forgot, and these are the colors. So let's start with red, as red is rot in German. So not too different. Then there is yellow, which is gelb in German. I do think you can see it a little bit. Then we have blue, which is blau. And there is green, which is grün. And grün uses one of these dreaded, what is it called in English? In German it's umlaut, so it's like a vocal with these dots, or sometimes these little, yeah, it's mostly dots actually, but either it's dots or two lines above the vocal. Alright, then we've got pink, which you actually could translate to pink in German, or at least most German-speaking people would understand what you mean. But it's usually rosa, so pink is rosa. Then we've got cyan, which is turquoise. Actually, I do think you could say turquoise in English, so not too different either. Alright, let's see, is there, I mean, the same. And the fruit, as it is in English, is also called an orange. What was there first? Was it the fruit or the color? So, did they name the fruit after the color, or was the color named after the fruit? Actually, I don't know. Maybe I'll have to find it out. Two colors are left, which are actually not real colors, at least not in physics. So it's white, which is weiß. And black, which is schwarz. Actually, I do think German and English aren't too different from another. There are many words and phrases which are almost, if not even exactly the same in each language. And I kind of think English is the more universal language, as it incorporates a lot of things from other languages, and it is quite easy to learn. And the thing is, even with the most broken English, or like the most basic vocabulary, you can understand each other in English. But German is quite tough, as they say, so learning German is probably not easy, and actually most native speakers aren't that good in German either, so it's kind of ironic, but maybe it's only in Austria, because there is this thing called dialect, which is a dialect, and there are so many bigger and not so, there are so many different dialects. Some of them are bigger, some of them are spoken just locally. You could write a scientific thesis about it. Actually, I'm pretty sure there are some scientific thesis, not thesis. The hardest thing for me in English is the pronunciation, and I do think you can really tell. You could write a scientific paper about Austrian or German dialects, for that matter. And I'm pretty sure there are a lot of papers about it, about this topic. Actually, this is a good one. Science is Wissenschaft in German. pretty long word. As much as I like the word science, Wissenschaft is quite straightforward word, and if you can speak German well enough, you probably get the hang of some of these namings for things in German. Actually, there is this cliché that Germans, real Germans, not Austrians, are efficient and blunt and straightforward, and they have no humor, and they don't laugh about any jokes. So there is maybe some truth to that, but Germans actually do have some kind of strange humor in some aspects, and I do like it. Actually, it's classic German humor is like dad jokes, but maybe more blunt and even funnier. So I can't describe it, but if you know, you know. There are actually a lot of differences between the typical German and the typical Austrian. Vienna, like the capital of Austria, is considered the unfriendliest city in the world, but at the same time it's like the most livable city, I think it's called in English. It's die lebenswerteste Stadt der Welt. So yeah, this is, I don't know, it's quite funny to me that the most unfriendly city is the most nice one to live in. But yeah, if you have the chance or the joy to get in touch with a real classic Viennese, you can probably confirm or maybe even deny the saying that the classic Viennese is charming in a weird way, like he's polite and impolite at the same time, or in contradiction to the German, to the typical German, he will not say, he doesn't like your appearance. So a German would say, I don't like your appearance. A Viennese citizen would say, I don't know what he would really say, but he would describe it in a way that wouldn't be impolite or rude, or it wouldn't be considered rude, but he does mean it in a rude way. So he's just being rude in a polite way. That's the best way to describe it. That's just a Viennese way of things. It's quite funny if you can speak German good enough and you have the chance to take a trip to Vienna and talk in German with some Viennese people. You probably understand what I mean with that. I myself am not Viennese. I'm from Lower Austria, And actually, don't ask me why, but I don't even speak much dialect. It's more like I'm speaking more of the standard German. So the funny thing is, a lot of Austrians think I'm from Germany. But I was born in Lower Austria and raised in Lower Austria, and I haven't lived anywhere other than Lower Austria. But for some bizarre reason, I don't speak much dialect. I understand the dialects of Vienna, Lower Austria, Upper Austria, Styria, Carinthia, and yeah, I probably don't understand the dialect of Tyrol and Vorarlberg, but I can catch the meaning behind it, so I don't fully understand them, and there are some very bizarre words in these dialects, but I can grasp the meaning behind it. I can speak dialect myself, but it sounds wrong. It's like a German trying to imitate the dialect of an Austrian. And yeah, most other Austrians make fun of me when I'm trying to speak in dialect. I don't know, maybe I'm the black sheep in the family, because everybody else in my family can speak perfectly in dialect, and they do it every day, but I can't. But yeah, actually, it's not that big of a deal, because I'm quite happy that I'm speaking standard German, because I won the what is it in the speaking contest in Lower Austria like 8 years ago. I was a long time ago I won 2 speaking contests, and this was like a criteria which gave me an edge, because a lot of other contestants were just speaking in dialect, and I was blessed with the ability to speak standard German. And most German-speaking people understand me very well, and I also understand their dialect, so it's great for me in communication with other German-speaking people. But I'm drifting away. Alright, let's do a last phrase, and that is, have a good night and sleep well. Made another mistake. Have a good night translates to Gute Nacht. And next up is sleep well. And sleep well translates to Schlaf gut. to say Auf Wiedersehen or Servus in Austria. So, yeah, I hope you enjoyed. Maybe this wasn't my best shot at teaching you German, but maybe I'll do it another time. I hope you found some relaxation, or you even sleep by the time in this video. Let's hope I made you a bit more relaxed. If you enjoyed this video, I would invite you to leave a like or even subscribe to my channel. And I'll see you next time around. Good night and sleep well or schlaf gut. Bye or Servus.